Have you ever wished for a magic wand to change your life right now? Or a time machine to fix a mistake you made yesterday? In English grammar, we have a way to do exactly that. We use conditionals, the specific patterns of speech that let us explore everything that isn't actually happening. Every one of these sentences is built the same way. They are just two ideas joined together, an if part that sets the scene, and a result part that tells us what would happen. Learning how these two pieces click together is how we navigate the present we wish we had and the past we wish we could change. Think of the second conditional as your magic wand for the present. We use this when we are daydreaming. It's for situations that are imaginary or even impossible right now. To build the if part of the sentence, we use the past version of a word, the same form you'd use for yesterday, like had or won. Then, in the result part, we add would, followed by the basic dictionary version of the action word. For example, if I had more money, I would buy a boat. In reality, I don't have that money. I'm just using the grammar to step into a version of today where I do. You could also say, if I won the lottery, I would buy a mansion. There is one specific detail to remember when using the word was in these sentences. When we are imagining things like this, we almost always use the word were, swapping it in even when we'd normally say I was or she was. It's why we say, if I were you, I wouldn't worry. Using were signals to the listener that we are strictly in the world of imagination. This structure is how we safely talk about our dreams without confusing them for the facts of our current lives. Now, let's look at the time machine, the third conditional. While the magic wand changes today, the time machine looks at the past. We use it to talk about things that never actually happened back then. This is how we process our regrets or analyze how a single different choice could have changed our history. The formula is longer here. For the if part, we use the had form. That means pairing had with the third version of a word, like known instead of know. For the result, we use would have followed by that same third form. Here is a common regret. If I had studied harder, I would have passed my exam. In the real world, the exam is over and I didn't pass, but the grammar lets me go back in my mind to see where things went wrong. We also use it for missed opportunities, like, if we had looked at the weather report, we would have stayed home. This gives us a way to learn from our history by mapping out how different actions would have led to different results. You now have the blueprints for two different worlds, the second conditional for dreaming about today, and the third conditional for revisiting yesterday. Understanding these formulas is a major step toward expressing more complex, creative thoughts in English. To see how the time machine works for you, try to finish this thought. Use that third conditional had formula to finish this. If I had known you were visiting, and put your answer in the comments. Practicing these out loud or in writing is how these patterns eventually start to feel like a natural part of how you speak. I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with.